Welcome back to our Caribbean container house build. In the previous episode, you would have seen us land three 40-foot high top containers on top of a foundation we constructed, which was augured, piled, ground beam connected all into one superstructure. In this episode, we will be fabricating our Dutch door, bifold doors, custom windows, and repurposing old windows my father gave to us. Not to mention a whole lot of cutting, installing, and cement work on the inside to make sure everything is legal and up to code for our country. This notebook contains all of the sketches, all of the payroll, all of the materials we used in the entire build. After solidifying the road some more, we started working on the inside doing our front door, which is a Dutch door in a theme like our family vacation home. We used angle iron to frame and support the doors and windows. This would support the missing panels and structural integrity where we cut out. The donated windows came pre-burglar proofed and were fairly easy to install into our angle iron frames after some modification and cleaning up. As we used the cutting torch to cut out all the panels, we had a lot of leftover molten metal that had to be ground down and cleaned up because it was very sharp and hazardous to the work environment. After cutting and grinding, we then welded the frames and then the windows into place. At this point, we were still deciding on the original doors, but because of the age of the hinges and locks, we weren't sure if we could continue using them. Once the donated windows were in securely, we started to move on and design our bifold doors. Originally we intended just one set of bifold doors, but because of the space and the strength of the material, we were able to do two sets of bifold doors matching each other, giving us a total open plan layout. Once we had completed fabricating one door, we started to cut and fit our angle iron frame for the first door to be installed, giving us an open view to the backyard for the first time. After installing the first door, we were able to move on to the porch roof. We got a break in the weather even though it was rainy season. Once we were on the porch roof, we continued reusing drill pipe to support sea channeling that would later support the panels we had cut out of the containers. We installed the second bifold door fairly easily with little adjustments, and then we started welding the container panels onto the porch roof. With another break in weather, we were able to go back onto the porch roof and start securing panels on the lower end. This gave us a platform to work from so we could start bringing up bigger panels further up to secure close to the house. Rope, angle iron, and some fairly hazardous situations, but that's how it was done. Between the porch roof and the bifold doors, it took roughly a week with the given weather to do this work. Once the porch roof was installed, I took it upon myself to go above and paint the entire roof in anti-corrosive paint slowly over different days when I had a chance and good weather. We started fabricating sliding windows to install into the original doors for the kitchen and bedroom. At this point, we decided to permanently shut the doors as they got harder to open and close. Once the sliding windows were installed, we decided to shut the original doors permanently, welding them together closed. Due to it being rainy season at the time, we had to fabricate awnings for all the windows to protect from any rain entering into the new holes created by cutting and welding. Once the weather cleared up again, we were able to do the porch walkway roof in less than 2 days secured. At this point, someone finally came from the power company to spot the poles that I needed to plant in the ground for them to make the connection. But it would still take a further few months to come and make that connection because I had to trim some trees and remove bees from an electric pole that belonged to the electrical company. Using power from a rented generator and welding plant, we were able to install the awnings in good weather. Other than that, we went inside in bad weather and continued doing framing and other. Due to the upcoming dry season, we decided to use excess material and cast a slab for the water tanks, so we could store 3,000 gallons. At this point, the layout had basically been set. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, open plan, everything. Keeping to local building codes, we concreted the bathrooms first. We also bricked them up. This gave us a lot more structural integrity, reducing a lot of the noise in the floorboards as well. After the slab had set, we started bricking up. Next up was the concrete slab for the kitchen. We did reinforce it with steel, but because of tying the steel myself with the guys, I didn't get any pictures of it before we actually cast. Once the slab had set, we did just like the bathrooms and continued bricking up to desired height. I hired a qualified electrician to install the grounding and prepare for a temporary connection to be made. After passing all the inspections and going to the electrical company multiple times with our 3-month inspection running out, no help from the electrical company still. We continued to frame and do brickwork while waiting on the electrician to come back to finish wiring the house completely. That way, we'll be ready for the electrical company, so it'll basically be connect us and we're 100% permanent. To secure the bricks, we then did a crown beam on top. This would lock everything together with steel inside so the bricks would never shift or fall later on. Once the crown beam had set, we removed the boxing, cleaned off all the additional concrete that spilled, and then added on an additional layer of blocks on top to give us a little bit more height and also to give some structural integrity to where we cut out the panels. Once that was done, we started working on the plumbing and the layout for the guest bathroom. After a few changes, we decided to go with different things, and we had to start cracking the walls to install all the PVC. Please stay tuned for the next episode as we continue working on our Caribbean container house. Thank you for watching.